While it is not clear that child marriage often means the end of a girl's school formal education, it is often clear that child marriage significantly contribute to the dropout of women and girls in their school. Good afternoon, wonderful viewers. I am Oumie Jallow and this is the Youth Bantaba Show. And today our topic of discussion is child marriage. With me, I have amazing ladies here in the studio, and then they will also take us through the topic today.
Thank you very much, Oumie. It's another blessing Friday, and then I welcome each and every one of us here, and then viewers that are watching the Youth Bantaba Show every Friday from the hours of 12 to 1 o'clock. I am your host, Mariam, and as Oumie rightly said, today our topic of discussion is one of the most interesting topics that I always want to talk about every now and then, because this is one of our main burning issues that are affecting us, we women in the country at large. And as we said, this is the Youth Bantaba, where we discuss about crucial issues that are affecting youth, children, and then women in our society. And we also always make sure that whatever we are talking or whatever we are saying, we have our evidence that are backing our topic of discussion. So today we have this dynamic young lady in our studio. So I will just allow Oumie to introduce this young dynamic leaders in our country who are impacting and then inspiring young people when it comes to motivating them to build up their life, to make sure that they, as the saying always goes, that the downfall of a man is not the end of his life or her. So for them, they always make sure that they build the confidence of young people. They always make sure that our voice are being heard in every sectors of life. So today I am so amazed and so interested to interact with this young lady. I call them my bosses, and they refuse.
Okay, thank you, Mariam. With regards to that, since today is child marriage, we deem it necessary to invite a survivor. That is, we are going to have a case study on the issue, because he who knows it feels it,
yeah.
And he who feels it knows it. So with me here today, we have Jonsaba Jaiteh, who is a survivor of child marriage. We also have Fat Suno, who is a child rights activist and also a student of the University of the Gambia. I welcome you all.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Can you just introduce yourself for the benefit of those who don't know you, and like what you do, what you are involved in, and how do you feel being in the studio today?
Okay, thank you so much. Good afternoon, Gambia. Good afternoon to each and everyone watching the Youth Bantaba forum today. I'm very honored to be invited to this wonderful platform, as you rightly mentioned, that I'm a survivor. Anyways, I am Jonsaba Jaiteh, and I'm a student of Kudu High School, and then I'm a child marriage advocate. Thank you.
Thank you. Good afternoon to the beautiful viewers. My name is Fatou Suno. Excuse the voice. My name is Fatou Suno. I'm a student of the University of the Gambia, studying journalism, a second-year student. And also, I'm a child rights activist. I'm a feminist. So basically, that is what I do, and I volunteer with different organizations.
Thank you.
That is so amazing. And then, Father Suno, you know, you've made mention of something that is so, I can say, so powerful per se. Because whenever a man or whoever watching this show, when they heard the word feminist, they will be like, hey, so you made mention of you're a feminist, and then a youth activist in different sectors, and then a journalist as well. So today we want to hear and know what will be the role of journalists when it comes to issues affecting us with the children. But as Oumie rightly said, today the topic of discussion is child marriage. And when we talk about marriage, this is a very diverse and a very depth topic. Young people, we need to tighten our belt, because having one downfall or having one mistake doesn't mean that you doesn't have a life or you cannot make it up in life. So today I'm Jonsaba. We will be so glad for you to tell us how this story came about, and then how are you able to tackle them in our society, because I know there will be many stigma and then discrimination in our society. So Oumie, I think you have a question that you are going to ask her.
Before like giving the testimony or sharing her own experience of what she has gone through, to ask Fatsuno, what is child marriage? To give us one or two things about what she thinks about the topic. What is child marriage? When we say child marriage, and who is a child?
Okay. Before going further, defining what child marriage is, first of all, I will define a child according to the CRC, that is the Convention on the Right of a Child, states that a child is any individual, be it a male or a female, under the age of 18, that is who a child is. So when we talk of child marriage, obviously, I think it defines itself. So it is when it's a formal or informal union, when a child comes to a marriage, a union, whether formal or informal, without his or her consent. So basically that is what we say child marriage is. And obviously the child is under the age of 18. Basically the union is tied between the parents.
Okay. You said basically it's a union, formal union, without the consent of a child. But is it that like even if the child consented to getting married, is it called child marriage or it's something else?
Yeah, if a child is under the 18 and still the child gives consent, it's still null and void, because the child is not up to that age to make decision on his or her own. So it's the responsibility of the parents to insist that the child should stay in school and become of age. Then he or she can decide if really he or she wants to get married.
Okay, thank you. I think the point is clear for the viewers who are watching. You have had her, even if the child has consented to get in marriage. According to the CRC, a child cannot consent to marriage or cannot make informed decision about their future. So basically, if a child wants to get married, even if at their own will, it should not be accepted because they cannot make informed decision or choices. I think Chamala is prognosing and she wants to say something. Yeah.
Yes, what Fatsuno said is very important and crucial, because we make sure that based on research, whatever you're saying, you need to base it on research. And then this is something that the Gambia have ratified with all other countries in the world. That is the UNCRC, the United Nations Convention on the Right of the Child. You have, before you have 53 countries that have ratified this convention, in exception with USA and then Somalia and South Sudan. These were the three main countries that doesn't ratify the UNCRC. But thank God that more advocacy have been done, and then now all the countries have ratified except America, because those people thought that their laws are already in place when it comes to issues affecting children. And as Suno rightly said, a child is someone below the age of 18. And then when we talk about child right and then child marriage, because that child is someone below the age of 18, she cannot give a consent, she is not physically, mentally, psychologically matured to able to make and stand for her own or his own. Because today as a child, I might just come and say, Mariama, we are going to Serekunda, and I just say yes. I am just saying yes for the benefit of maybe to go to Serekunda, but maturely I cannot give that consent. It further went and we have the 4 basic principles of child right, which talks about the best interest of the child. That whatever you are doing, make sure you consider the best interest of the child. But in the case of child marriage, we've been seeing parents that will just force their children into child marriage without considering their best interest. At the end, they will tell you it's Islam. And I was just having a discussion which was very interesting before I come. When I had a discussion with the man, he was like, sometimes our parents, the time that they back themselves into the Islamical way is when they are going to be in favor of what they said. But Islam even condemned that anything that you know it is going to harm the girl child, you better stop it. Even when it comes to beating, Islam told you that beating should be the last option for you to do to your child. But right now, if we talk about child marriage, they will be like, the moment the child is mature, go and give her husband. So they will tell you it's according to Islam. But I think it's important to hear it from the horse's mouth.
Yes.
So that we can learn more from her.
Yes. With that, I will just before we do that, I will just ask Fatsuno to tell us or to tell the viewers who are watching what triggers child marriage actually.
Okay, there are a lot of reasons behind child marriage, but number key issue in which parents make excuse to is poverty. Because they are poor, they cannot take care of the girl child. It's better to send her off to get married to a wealthy person. So that is one of the reasons. And another reason is a social cultural belief that a girl have to keep her virginity. So if a girl child is not married off at a very early age, she will bring disgrace to the family. So it's better off to send a girl child. So that is some of the reason behind it. Sometimes too, girls themselves are influenced by their friends, their peers. Especially now we're in a season where in every week you will see somebody getting married. So maybe you see your friend getting married, you also feel because the wedding is beautiful, you see how dressed, how
expenses.
Exactly, how well she was dressed and all of that. So you are carried by that, you also feel that you want to get married. So those are some of the reasons why child marriage is very common. So sometimes do people base it on religion. If a girl is well mature, you know, so now we have seen that girls they easily get mature. Sometimes you will see a girl at the age of 12, you will think that she is 21. So maybe you will think that she is mature. She may look mature physically, but mentally, emotionally, she is not ready. So as we go further on in the discussion, we'll go regarding some of the consequences and some of the complications that child marriage has to do with the girl child.
Thank you. That is, you have made that clear to us at least. She made mention of poverty, socio-cultural issues also are related, also religion. These are all issues that they base on child marriage, that the child has to get married and drop out of school. So I would just now invite our able Jonsaba to tell us what is our own take of child marriage and also to share her experience for others to learn and also improve from that.
Okay, thank you so much, Oumie. As you all rightly mentioned, I mean, I'm a child marriage survivor, and I don't define child marriage without adding forced, because every child marriage that you see is forced. I mean, a child under the age of 18, when I was 13, this started when my mom passed away. I was in grade 7 by then, and then I would not say I was married off because of poverty, because I believe I had everything that I needed. You know, my dad was providing everything for me before my, after my mom passed away. So I would base it on tradition and culture, because we are Jahankas, and my mom was also a victim of child marriage. My grandma was also a victim of child marriage. So, I mean, I will base it on tradition and culture in my own case. So, that was how it went. After my mom passed away, I was forced to get married to a guy that was living in Angola. I didn't want it, because
how old is he when you were at that age? How old?
By then he might be around 30.
Okay.
Yes.
That's a huge difference.
Yeah, he was twice older than me, of course. By then I was living with my auntie in Brikama. So at first my dad didn't want it, but you know, influence from his mom and his sisters, that you know, her mom passed away, and then you're not financially strong, so you won't be able to take care of her as a girl child. And also, I told them that I didn't want, because I've never set my eyes on this man, and I was going to school. So what they told me was that, you know, even if you graduate,
it has no value.
Yeah, it has no value, because at the end of the day, you will end up in a man's house. So they tied a knot when I was 14, And then by the age of 15, I was already in grade 10 in Nusrat. And yeah, it was time for me to go, and to go to my husband, and I was wedded traditionally. But before that, I spoke to my principal at at Nusrat that my family arranged my marriage, which I don't really want. I want to continue my education, and I don't know this guy. So he told me that, okay, I will talk to your people, but they didn't listen. So what I had to do is that in that evening, on the day that I was traditionally wed, I flee from home to my school, and then I was taken to social welfare, and then I was sheltered, and this was how everything started. My people, my family came looking for me, and finally they knew that I was at the care of the Department of Social Welfare. So an agreement was made between my family and the social welfare that they should not take me to Angola, and I have to continue my education, and it has to be my own choice whether I will go or not. And yes, they did. They agreed, and then that was on a Friday. So I went back home, and the following day I went to school, Saturday, because you go to school on Saturday. So they saw that I was still stubborn, that I'm not letting go. So what they did was, after coming back from school, they gathered the whole family, and telling me stuff like, you cannot bring shame to our family because we've already tied this marriage, and you have to go. So I was smuggled at that night, that particular night, to Senegal. It was really, it was the saddest feeling ever. I was terrified, and I didn't know what to do. I was helpless, and my family succeeded in taking me to Senegal. And the following night, I flew to Angola. So that's I would call it my worst moment in my life. I met this man, and by then I was 16. I turned into 16, and then it was really difficult for me. And you know how everything goes when you reach your husband, they
someone you do not know.
Yes.
Just like a stranger.
Exactly. It was really tough for me. And, I thought of, like this was not the life I wanted for myself. You understand? I was really, it was just a bad moment for me in my life. So, fortunately for me, the social welfare really tried, and they tried coming to my family, asking them about me, and then that they have to bring me back and all that. But just to cut the story short, I stayed in Angola for like 5 years with the husband, and I had 2 kids with him, a boy and a girl, and it was really tough. And I got pregnant when I was 16. I had my first child when I was 17, and I was not physically ready, but God helped me, and I passed through that. Difficult moment. But the time I was pregnant, I used to look at myself like I really am pregnant. Like at this age, I was supposed to be in school, and I used to think about my friends that I left behind. And we used to have this Facebook group. I was in the same class with Tufa, Absa, and the others. Even Fatsane was here. She knows. And then I really feel bad that, why is it that at this time of my life where I was supposed to, be in school,
fulfill your goals.
Exactly, and, enjoy my childhood, now I'm in this situation. That was how it went. I had 2 kids in Angola with him, but I went through so many, tough times like violence, because the man was also not educated. You understand? So, and then we find it difficult to live together because we are 2 different people from, 2 different, backgrounds, and our mindsets were very different. So I coped, and things didn't work out. We had a lot of problems since the day I stopped in Angola until the day I left. It's always a problem. I don't know the meaning of marriage. I don't know whether marriage is sweet or like, you know. Sometimes I sit down and see people who talk about marriage. You know, my husband is my husband, that I'm happy and all. No, mine was just like hell, because I was just like a slave. Understand? Caged in, one place, and one person was just dictating my life, telling me what to do and all that. Football and all that. So finally in 2015, I was able to find my way to the Gambia after so many follow-ups.
How?
Yes, because since I went to Angola, I was always telling him to divorce me. So what he said is like, if I want, let me go back to the Gambia, and then let me find my way to Gambia. If I can find my way to Gambia, then the marriage was over, which I could not do because I cannot afford an air ticket for myself.
Yeah, and Angola is a very big place.
And I was a stranger, and that country was really a very dangerous.
Yeah, it's a country. Yeah.
Yes. So after so many problems, because he was also kind of fed up, I was really stubborn with him, and he saw that things could not work, and I'm really stubborn. He thought that, okay, let me go to China, because Angola would is a business country.
Yes.
So the business also was going down, and he decided to go to China. He left us in Angola for about 6 months without taking care of us. He only calls when he feels like, and I was having his children. So what I did was I went to Hadijawara, the consul of Gambia in Angola. So he helped me. He really helped me a lot, to talk to the man so that he can finally, bring me back to the Gambia, And then, I was helping myself. And my grandma really played a big role. My mother's mom in France. She used to send me money all the way from France to Angola, and other relatives that were in Angola. And I used to sell some materials as well, small things. And then that was how I was able to, take care of myself. Take care of myself and my kids. He bought the air ticket himself.
Finally.
Yes, he bought it. And then, yeah, I decided to take some classes as well, because education was everything for me. I was really brilliant in school, understand? And I had big dreams. I was a little girl, but I had big dreams. So I decided to, sit for, private class. And then I was like, if I have the opportunity, I'll go back to school, So, and luckily again for me, there was this campaign that came up, the AU campaign to end child marriage. And the Department of Social Welfare decided to call on me because they had my file, and then the section, like the society and the stigma and all that. It's not that I'm bragging or whatever, but I would call myself brave, understand, because I didn't give much attention to to what the society was saying, you understand? All that you're saying, like if you talk about child marriage or whatever, my own family, I had a problem with my own family for like a year or so, and I was not living with them and all that because they were like, she broke her marriage or whatever, and she's speaking against child marriage and all that. My own family, from different, places talk about me, but I decided to just let them be, because I had a dream and I wanted to focus on this dream, and whatever they were saying, I didn't care. So this is how I got out of all the, all what the society was throwing on me. I will not say it's, society, in fact, it was my own family, and which was just a little thing for me to handle. But trust me, when child marriage was banned, because the time I gave my testimony, they were like, okay, Jonsaba mom apparently sign, because, she publicly,
declared herself.
Yes, and in this family, we're in the Gambia. So this was how it went, and I don't really give, anyone who knows Jonsaba, that I'm always focused. I don't give much attention to what people are saying about me, this negative. So this is how I overcome everything. And now I'm in grade 11, and next year, inshallah, I'll be sitting my grade 12. And that also is not I regret, because so many people will be like, yeah, you were supposed to be in the university now. And I was like, okay, how about if my destiny was, you know, meant to be in high school by now? Because I was, you know, I mean, destiny took me to another side, you know, of life and wasted my time. So, I mean, if I didn't decide to go back to school, I would have been maybe, I mean, someone stressed in the street, or, I mean, by now I'll be in tanka, or I'll be doing something that will be affecting the society itself. So I decided that, okay, let me do something that will benefit myself, and also I can be an inspiration to many young girls and victims out there, you know, that are in this same situation, and they don't know how to come out of it, or, you know, break the culture of silence. And I believe I have did a little bit of that. You know, I've made a little, I've inspired some people, directly or indirectly, and I feel like that's really something great, and I'm still pushing. And I'll make sure I see, no matter what it takes, that child marriage and forced marriage is ended in the Gambia and in Africa as a whole.
Wow, she got us emotional. She got each and every individual who is sitting here emotional. You have gone through a tough time. I would say if I was in your shoes, I wouldn't have done what you have done to reach where you are today. But it all comes down to how independent you are as a lady or as a woman. It all comes down to how you want to shape your future and the future of your children. Mbokk yi ñoo ko déggandoor Jonsaba share na experience am fii loo xam ne dafa daw yaram torop. But I believe people who are watching, if you're a victim of child marriage, if you're a survivor of child marriage, I believe you'll be able to look up onto Jonsaba and do what she did to reach where you want to reach. Because the downfall of a man, it's not the end of his life. And education, I believe, it's a powerful tool to surmount all human challenges. And I believe Mariam want to say something, so I'll just give her the podium.
Yes, thank you very much, and thank you so much, Jompolo. As Oumie, you see, you know why I call you Jompolo? Because I had a colleague from Voice of the Young, Marraige Jobate's daughter, so her name is Jompolo.
Don't worry, my grandma also is
yes,
Jompolo,
so
it's not the same.
Yeah, so I was so, your story was so touching, but anyway, I know most of the people that are watching this show might not basically understand what we were saying in English, just to break it into the local language so that we can all be in the same level, because we have people from the diaspora that are watching this Youth Bantaba Show. Comme ñoo ko déggandoor mbokk yi ñoo seetaan si jamono juñ tollu nii fii si Gambia, Gambian Talent Promotion seen programme bu ñu leen dee baaxoo di amal fii nii si suñ jotaay bi ñu leen ko ooyee di Youth Bantaba, maanaam jotaay ndaw yi. Tey nag moom suñ topic bu ñoo waxtaanee fii nii mooy teel a sëy ba pare tamit ñu jéem koo fesal si li nga xam ne mooy teel a sëy ak tamit jël xale bi forcé ko si li nga xam ne neexut ko. Si teel a sëy bi nag nekku ne dañ ko waxtaanee rek di waxtaanee lu ñu neex, waaye dañ fi am ki nga xam ne moom dajoon na coono bi si bu muy ndaw, ñu ngi ko ooyee Jonsaba Jaiteh. Moom teeloon nañ koo jox jëkkër si bu mu nekkee si fukki at ak juróom-ñetta, fekk time boobu noonu bu ngee dem jàngi school. Moom nag si biir waxtaanam wax na fi ne waajuram yi ñoo ko forcé woon mu dem sëy time bu mu nekkee si at bu toll si fukki at ak juróom-ñetta, ñu jox ko mu dem sëy te kim doon sëyal nekk na si fanweeri at. Kon dañoo gis ne moom sëy na ki nga xam ne mut na ko oncle, maanaam nijaay, wala mut na ko sax papa, parce que ki nga yow xale bi nga xam ne mu ngi si fukki at ak juróom-ñetta mu dem sëy ak ki nga xam ne mu ngi fanweeri at, kon gis nañ ne at yi soree nañ bu baax a baax. lii rek daf ñoo wonal ne suñu waajur yi nga xam ne ñu ngi seetaan te tamit di déglu suñu baat ne lii nekk na loo xam ne lu daw a daw yaram la. Parce que man Jompolo bi ma riidee sa profile Jonsaba bi ma riidee sa profile bul ma dóor nag parce que man naka laa la xamee mooy comme noo ko waxee during the child marriage campaign AUB yàlla Fatou Suno moo tax ma xam la because social welfare dañ doon def that campaign bi di dem si school si di jéem a make research ak survey di xool ñaata dañ ko doon xayma si ñaata xale lañ dee teel a jox jëkkër si at ba pare seet tamit ñaata waajur ñoo dee teg seen doomi coono yi so si benn jotaay bi ñu demoon SOS si selta bi ba côté si lañ doon am jotaay boobu noonu si Bantaba bi si biir time yi weeri koor la sax duma ko fàtte léegi biñ demee jotaay boobu noonu after suñ biir waxtaan daal ba media bi ñëw léegi si laa doon waxtaan ak Fatou Suno rek ma ne ko waaye jànq bii de waa macha allah rafet na trop ba pare am nuru na ma ki nga xam ne neex na xel mi ne ma kii de moom Jonsaba la tudda te dafa teeloon a sëy si bi mu amee si fukki at ak juróom-ñetta te am na tamit ñaari doom ma ne ko Suno yow xam nga li nga mu ne ma billaay ma ne ko waaw so si laa la xamee ba pare tamit through that si laa gis ne si biñ doon launch child marriage campaign bi maanaam biñ doon toog biñ defee sauvé yooyu noonu gestu ko xayma ñaata xale lañ dee jox jëkkër si at bu nekk biñ paree nag si lañ ko doon jéem a launch maanaam fesal ba pare declare ne child marriage mooy teel a sëy bi dañ koo bàyyi si biir dëkk bi buñ tegee ay sarta ak ay loi si lam ñëw moom Jonsaba joxe li nga xam ne jafe-jafe yi nga xam ne moom la jànkuwante loon time biñ ko joxee jëkkër mu sëy si lam ko déclare te keroog biñ ko déclare foog naa ne impact nga life yu bari maanaam tax nga ñu bëree jàng si parce que man oyomos nekkuma koo xam ne teel nañ maa jox jëkkër waaye sometime in some point in life ñun ndaw yi dañ dee teel a lifin naka laa ko waxee dañ dee teel a caali parce que dañoo am benn jafe-jafe bu ndaw rek ne man daal damaa bàyyi dama sonna waaye bi ma dégloo sa story bi dafa tax ma gën a fas jom parce que dama xam ne yow sa time school déggoon naa ne ko xel nga ku intelligent nga te foog naa ne Nusrat moom ku fa jàngee rek you're very intelligent ba pare yaa ngi woon si morning shift bi ma gis ne yow nga nekkoon si suma time ndaw ñu teg la coono bii nii nga mun koo ñëw xeex ba coono bi génn si yow kon nag man loolu wanaloon na ma ne man ndaw I have a long way to go maanaam am naa lu bare li nga xam ne moom laa war a xeex pour génnee ko waaye balaa ñoo dem si Fatou Suno rek bugga naa xam parce que yaa ngi fi wax ne yow yàlla may na la ñaari doom si sa sëy bi te xale yooyu doon xam naa dinañ war a xàmmee ko te tamit nga jógee si famille boo xam ne kenn nekku di la support time bi nga doon jànkuwante ak jafe-jafe yi ba da nga waroon a dem di luwaas néeg te xam nga xale bu jigéen moom kenn am ñaari doomam di luwaas néeg nit ñi nuñ laa ko waxee lañ naan kii moom tas na sëyam bi ñëw na toog di luwaas mun nañ laa jox yeneen tur naan dafa dugal ay góor si biir néegam suñ la gisee sax ngay dem sax ñu naan gis nga ko moom moo joxe woon boppam ak yooyu noonu te tey yow yaa ngi fi ne yaa ngi delluwaat school gis nga wax nga fi loo xam ne lu am solo la ne ñu bëri sa xarit yaa ngi la doon wax naan la waaw yow time bi da nga waroon a nekk si université bi gis nga olof daf ne jàng du wees as far as yàlla mayaat na la kattan bi ak mun bi ba nga toogaat fii tey di mun a share sa story kon nag yow dem université loolu jombut la waaye lu ma bëgg a xam rek mooy yow right now sa diggante ak sa famille ndax delloowaat ngeen si jaama ba pare tamit ndax yaa ngi dëkk ak sa famille bi wala still now yaa ngi si shelter bi ak sa xale ndax ñu ngi jàng tamit waaw.
ok Mariam jërëjëf suma olof bi satit waaye dinaa try.
waaw try
ok loo wax comme time ma dellu si Angola ma war a dem luwaas of course comme ni ma ko waxee rek suma family especially suma dad moom dafa wori woon trop because mu ne ma jógee si sëy so man kenn ma dem stay comme like ba pare góor bi nekkul woon ni ma support xam nga loolu it was something that was really worrying him ba pare family bi tamit ahankañ wax neen lu bëri so many negative things waaye ni ma la ko waxee man dama xam I have a dream dama xam suma soxla and bu ma doon luwaas yàgguma luwaas because fekk na almost 5 months la luwaas so si la AU campaign bi ñëw so after AU campaign bi dama uti ndimbal si social welfare pour gars dimbali ma foo xamante ne dama stay because luwaas luwaas dafa cheroon te suma xale tamit kenn moo doon dem school mooy suma boy bi ku makki so mi ngi woon jafe waaye suma grand mom ku nekk France daf ma doon support waale xam nga waaye bi ma demee joxe suma testimony bi si AU campaign bi si la moom tamit comparé si man because dafa ne ma lan moo tax may def loolu because dama doon
weer sa bopp
waaw ak suma family so si la bu ma amee problème boobu ak suma grand mom si la uti niveau si social welfare so ñoom lu ma wax mooy gars yi duñ ma mun a uti luwaas for now so lu ñoo mën a def mooy gars yi dañ ma andi salta bi su nekkee bëgg naa stay foofu mun naa am sama own room ba pare naa fa am security and all that pare dama nekk dem school ma leen ne ok loolu amul benn problème so ma nekkoon si salta bi foog naa nekk naa fa for almost 8 to 9 months so noonu laa fa nekkee waaye by then suma xale nekkul moom dem school because amul woon that 100% I mean support.
waaye yaa sa xale yéen a nekkoon si shelter bi.
yeah ñoo nekkoon si shelter bi so suma waree dem school dama dee bàyyi suma xale si I mean
caretaker si modèle si fa nekk.
waaw ba pare ma dem school ma stay study sometimes ma stay ma delluwaat I mean si shelter bi so noonu laa fa nekkoon ba ma I mean génn si shelter bi waaye balaa ma génn si shelter bi dama yóbbu woon suma doom bu góor suma maam because comme it was very hard for me dafa jafe woon ak man trop pour xam nga pour recover because dinaa wax ne am na ay tuuti depression and all that here and there pare ma war a dem back to school so ma ne xaaral ma yóbbu suma doom bu góor moom ma dem suma maam fa naaw pare moom si ak suma doom bu jigéen bi so ma jógee si shelter bi because it was really tough to stay si shelter bi as well so ma am dimbal waati suma maam ak suma benn oncle ku nekk England so ma luwaas waati for almost 4 months so 4 months bu mu jeexee waati and comme it was really tough jafe-jafe ñu waati so I almost went homeless to be honest waaye bëgguma woon dem stay suma family because
wax bi
dafa bari te suma fa delloo tamit suma school bi waati gaa den maa ñëw distract and so I mean lu xew mooy dama am dimbal si nit yu baax benn family to me xam nga den amoon benn programme so sin school so ma share suma story and all that so bëgguma mention borom turam or whatever but right now I'm really okay maa ngi stay ak kooku family am because daf ma gis you know comme like mu feel suma story trop pare mu laaj man naka laa stay comme noo ma ko waxee naka laa nekk di foofu and all that so ma wax ko suma jaar ak suma problème yi mu ne ma ok man naa la mën a offer suma kër waaw naa la andi suma kër nga nekk foofu man ak suma jëkkër ak suma raka ak suma doom yi dafa fa stay so mun ngaa nekk ak man for now so right now foofu laa nekk and ñii dañ ma jox support comme family I understand comme jigéen daf ma jox support comme family and right now comme like anything that I need daal apart from my education yaa ñu ma jox support bi yëpp coming back to my family dellu naa ak gaay because gaay gis nañ ne comme gaay dañ ko bañ a accept waaye gis nañ ne gaay dañ ma war a bàyyi because maa ngi follow suma dream parce que suma papa tamit bu mu déggoon ne dama am scholarship from the I mean from the first lady maa ngi dellu back to school xam nga duma wax ne dafa kontaan waaye comme
loo ko woon waaye dina kontaan
waaw dafa gis ne digga Jonsaba dafa am aim xam nga waaw dafa détermine so mu ne ma comme que danga bëgg a dem school comme loolu nekk problème xam nga waaye comme moom mu ma doon ñaan pour ma dellu si sëy ma ne ko loolu mën a am léegi man moom joxe naa suma gannaaw so loolu léegi la loolu la daal so xam nga moom lu ma doon ñaan pour ma seyaati and all la ma ne ko waaw ma ne ko ba xanaa su ma jeexalee suma school bi because lu ma daj ak lu ma gis man right now affaire yi say moom that's not it so alhamdulillah suma maam bu góor tamit jóge na France ñëw kooku tamit he really dafa contribute torop pour unite ma ak suma family léegi man ak suma papa ak suma other family members yi dañ dee seet dama dee seet si guy and everything is okay between us now te léegi they even supporting me especially my suma maam bu góor mu ma support mu ma gën a I mean encourage pour ma jël sama jàng bi seriously mu ne tamit comme whatever I want to be xam nga lu ma bëgg a nekka inshallah moom dina ma ñaanal and all that ba pare gars yi xam ne digga gars yi dañ am mistake pour war ma forcé yóbbu ma sëy xam nga gars yi gis nañ effect bi so léegi noonu la mel waaye everything is okay now.
xale yi ñu ngi dem school.
Right now suma boy bi rek a nekk dem school waaye nekkul ak man right now mu si maamam.
kooku ñaata years la am.
ma la win léegi dina am 6 this September coming. Bare Fatima dina war a am 4.
yow amoo university.
waaw.
so right now nekkul di dem school.
No, Fatima right now no for them school. Right now sax mu ngi si maamam because my grade 11 and things are tough right now. So dama ko yóbbaangum suma maam pour mu nekk ba bara ma ci xaw suma grade 12. Yeah, then dina mën a dellu si ñu jàng waaye fu mu nekk mu ngi jàng arabic foofu.
Arabic
waaw su delloo fii rek na war a dem English because lu ma comme lu ma bëgg a def mooy du ma mun a comme it is hard pour ma nekk yaay tamit at the same time nekkum comme still ma ak suma doom yi waaye dama seet ne dama war a def benn sacrifice for another mooy right now man dama war a dem school ma jeexal suma jàng yàlla suma dimbali ma jeexal so waaw so right now maa ngi delay ñoom seen time waaw pour man ma mun a jeexal den suma paree ñoom
parce que xeex bi yëpp pour ñoom ñoo tax.
Exactly. So, noonu la fa demee.
Okay, thank you very much. Fatou Suno, you have been silent for a long time. Léegi dinaa bëgg a yow tamit nga wax suñu mbokki soose yi nekk seetaan liñ jot a waxtaan fii nii ak lan nga jàngee si story bi ak lan ngay ñaax ñi nga xam ne ñu ngi si biti ñu ngi forcé xale yi le pour ñu sëy ñu génnee leen school.
Okay, abaraka bake Oumie Jallow, Jonsaba Jaiteh fojang aninta farang anim Mariam aya kuma ya tabake. Ko nying ulama la bantaba program min kana ajumu jumajang gabo talentan ning fulala kata fo telenkilin. Bi kacha ko na min kacha kan wala futu juno ka diningol dundi futu juno ko kom na fo nyamin kacha ko no diningol wala moti miyalon ko aman sanjit taning CC. Comme na min fojang dalilu mi ala sabu min parents wol ke dingol dundi futu juno kono mo ya fo foire ya sabule comme balay man ko do soto pour ke dingol topoto ka sabu ya mirania e dingol di futu juno e ke mal si topoto no anim fanan mulla adu fanan ba wol kono min ka sabu alfali dingol di wala mi kala fi dingol ye fo muta ikani fo di temam futu anim fanan na min fo katani kono dul ka parents dul fanan ka based on religion na religion la sabu dino la sabu inyanta ke dingol di juna comme Jonsaba ataya fo fo lejan comme atamunum biraba sambitanin sabanung afutu tajuna tay mo futu woni kono ay dim fula soto ay kambani mo soto anin sunkutu ni but birabo futu kono ay bata jamala taki so tenata num Jonsaba long during end child marriage campaign the EU so bidin nata nala story ni moy abala fawar anim fana nata na bunyaku because ate bata mi mbetaki aman song o batani ya waya sina kana la karango numa anim fana lafta min kala kana numa so waya tina fana nan life GB from another perspective wala nying asake no momoti amanke no amun fuarol di wala sab afututa juna so Hoyatina humble tabake kanim fana na respect because sign thing about daming to abdakan karamoto about bukutan yung fula anim fana about dingol topoto kan nalo ne ko karango femiti akiliata ka karango bole anim fendu amang ama easy sa ata go flow ke kan mo safo nying ata mo jambar wala because amanke mo be la sakeno ani fana ay situation o mi face no nin dolam isitanu ya tara silo kan ya tara tani rola wala ye nyaaya ma wala ye frustrate ani fana society nyin fana ya discriminate leno balon aya fonung kaja kono nung bira bonna angola akimaya amantara nung sabatiring ana afama bala afama laftanu ay muru futuwanya kono bala atamala fila muru la futuwa kono bala ay futuwanya fala lañu so atarata nung kalwa so cafe so way problem jamal kamanang atina la family tema bar ala nata de maro dial bring and child marriage campaign ni nata first lady ala story muy anin told me be fan tarata nungoto na la story muy say mo ken dol fana society nyin kono ya makoy sign thing abala karango nying abala karango kan anin fana abingol fana bala family la topoto kono sign nying abanyaming anala family nying iba kera kono anin fana sata badami ta ba kele kane amala fila dinin jala miyano ko amal sanjita min sesi ay futu kama tay problem woni bata wol min face amala fi fana sun kutundi ya bata nyin face.
Thank you very much, Fatou Suno. Wokumaya tabakele mbading manding kamwila nyoko digandor. But I will just allow you to say one or two things with regards to the way forward to seeing to it that child marriage has been put in the dustbin of history. What is the way forward?
Okay. What I normally say is it's really important to involve both parties when it comes to child marriage, be it the male and the female, because now what advocates are doing, they are focusing more on one target, that is the elderly people and the females. But I believe that the male too should be involved, because still now some men have the perception that child marriage is okay. Some people as well as my father's age will think that, okay, I should get married to a young girl because nyom moka poch and all of those reasons. They have their reasons behind it. But we should try to involve men in it and try to educate them, enlighten them to know that child marriage is something they should leave. It should something that, if I say it will not be eradicated but minimized, so that we treat women as they will also want their sisters, their mothers to be treated.
Jonsaba, what is the way forward?
Okay, what I would say is that, like how Father Zuma said, for me, I want the advocates, we advocates not to only focus in the community and all that. Schools should be targeted. You understand? Because it is more disheartening to remove a girl child from school, to get married, than someone who's just sitting at home. It's two different things. They're still girls, but the one that is going to school, the one that is going to school will make more impact than the one that is sitting at home. So what we really need to do is that we have to advocate for girls to go to school, and the girls that are in school, they should make sure that they work with the schools to make sure that girls stay in school until they finish their grade 12, whether they are below or above 18 years old. And then
like
parents,
a policy.
Yes. Child marriage has been banned, but it's still happening because recently we had a case with a girl. You know about her story. So this girl is just 16 years, and her people wanted to withdraw her from school, and
we had to intervene.
Yes, I had to intervene and take her to social welfare. So these things, all that I have to say is that we have to really tighten our belts. Because most people still now didn't know that child marriage has been banned, and then some people don't care about the law. What they will say is that the law will not do anything. So they really have to strengthen the policies, and anyone that is caught, let the person face the consequences. And that's all I have to say.
Anyway, don't follow.
Jonsaba, I know we'll beat you here today.
Yes. Jonsaba, like what you have said is very, very important, and I know like the period of our show is very short, and inshallah we would like to have you again because the topic is very broad, and then people need to know you, And though people have already known you, but in our Youth Bantaba show, we want the world to know who is Jonsaba, and then we want Jonsaba to be the voice of the voiceless, because you've made mention of law has been put in place, and then child marriage has been banned.
But still
now it is happening, and not all the youth organizations that are advocating for child marriage, if at all, if they are going for their advocacy and take you along so that you can be the inspirational to those young people.
Actually, I was working with few organizations like Think Young Women.
Okay.
And but it was taking a lot of my time, so I decided to focus on school.
Yeah, that's fine.
But I like right now the impact that I'm making in my school, I mean it's greater, you know, than when I'm doing it outside. You know, I'm not saying that I don't want to impact others outside, but right now in my school, because everyone knows my story from my principal down to any student in grade 10, and these girls look up to me, and you know, like it's not that you know, my school is a great place for me because you know I've already inspired girls, and some are looking up to me. But inshallah, immediately after I finish my grade 12, I'm going to make sure that I work with any youth organization that is willing to end child marriage. Anywhere you want me to go with you, I mean, to share my story and all that. But I was doing it, but because of school, two things kind of go together, so I decided to limit. But I'm still doing my little campaign on social media and anywhere that I go, because advocacy doesn't always stop on social media or when you have outreaches. So anywhere I am,
talking to one person.
Yes, anywhere I am, I'm doing my advocacy.
Yes, you see, one of the main things that I am so excited today, like being with you in the same studio, because when I was discussing with Oumie, our topic of discussion this week, we only said that Suno, but when she made mention your name, I was like, wow, where did Oumie get this idea and all? Because people need to know. Because when you talk about early marriage, child marriage, they will tell you we are banning child marriage.
But
yes,
never leave
yes, child and forced marriage. In fact, that is what is in the document. But the moment you start talking about that, they will be like, wow, and if you look at that, it's all based on lack of education, lack of the dialogue between the child and the parent, and then you know, the awareness raising is very, very important. In fact, I know you can attest to that, that during your school time, you do something like population and family life education, which is the sex education, and that is not happening nowadays. So what I will do is, hence we are against time. Inshallah, we would love to have you again so that we can talk about it. And because I've been seeing a lot of your advocacy in the social media, and I think you even recently went to represent the country in another country, whereby you create an impact. So we need to know your story and then success still. What we will do is to wrap up and then to see what are the way forward, and you've already made mention of that. So comme mbokk yi ñoo ko déggandoor Jonsaba la woon fii ak Fatou Suno, ñii nag nekk nañ ndaw yoo xam ne comme nu ma leen ko waxee woon si njëlbeen ne duñ ay ndaw yoo xam ne dañ toog rek ne man am naa xam-xam bi wala jaar naa si jafe-jafe yi noppee ko, waaye dañoo make sure ne lépp loo xam ne mu ngi leen a sonal si seen biir life wane nañ ko, comme Gambian Talent Promotion si Youth Bantaba Show bi luñ leen ko baaxoo di leen defee time bu nekk dee leen ñu di follow suñ Facebook page bi ba pare ku bëgg a dépasse programme bi tamit mun ngaa dem si suñ Facebook, su boobaa rek nga jox leen seen suñ la si buggee jot ba pare tamit saa su ne rek nuñ leen ko baaxoo di leen ko defaree di leen baalu aha because ñun ay ndaw lañ te xel lañ am te doomi aadama na xelam mutut, xëy na mun nañ fee waxtaanee loo xam ne méngoowut ak topic bi buñ fi jógee wax. ñu ngi leen a jégalu waaye ba tey rek waajuri ngeen bàyyi seen xel ne doom, surtout doom bu jigéen doom moom alal yàlla la, te ku si waay jox doom bi nga xam ne mu ngi góorgóorlu di jànga ne ñu bàyyi ñu jànga suñ jàngee rek ëllëg incha allah yéen di ngeen kontaan te di ngeen ree. man maa leen fi toogaloon Mariama Thiam di leen jox dig daje ba beneen ajuma di leen wax ne jàngeen jëf.